Hello. So I have gist for you guys, so please stay with me, don't go anywhere. So 8 years ago, when I moved from mainland to island, yeah, at that time nothing was working for me, so I knew I needed a new beginning, you understand? So when I got an apartment toward this place, Shongo Tedu, yeah, when I say island is strong, I mean Shongo Tedu. You know, then when you're moving from the mainland to the island, in people's mind, they will think maybe it's Lakey, all those, but my own was Shongo Tedu. So the day I was moving my properties, no, I sold almost everything. I took my, I think gas. I bought a new gas. Then my mattress, I didn't sell it. So I picked the mattress, the gas, the fan, and all those small things. You know, when we got to VGC, of course I know VGC. Then Aja Bridge, I know Aja Bridge, but I was not that conversant with the location and places. You know, I was just moving in, newly. So when we passed Aja Bridge, we then climbed down to Abraham Adesanya. That's toward the Abraham Adesanya Road. Immediately we came down, it was at night. There was no light. There was thick darkness. Like, I was literally scared. I was like, what the fuck? What is going on here? Where is this place? So as we drove we got to Abraham Adesanya roundabout. If you remember that time, there is this fish, big fish there. So I saw buses, I was like, okay, this place is a little lively. So as we passed the Abraham Adesanya and we were heading toward the Alasia, fear catch me. Like, I was so scared. I was like, this place is crazy. What am I doing here? But then I remember that I'm starting from the beginning. I remembered that it's not going to be business as usual, like, mainland and where everywhere is bubbling. This is a new development. So, and starting from the beginning is all about building. So my worry was less. So as I got to the estate where I paid at that time, it was June, yeah. When I entered to the road, I think it was only my compound, or at about one or two other there. The whole of this place, bush. Even before the road 3 also, like, even was like, what is going on? But then I consoled myself because, like I said, new beginning is all about building. So when I go here the next morning, I woke up, I was just hearing all those kokoronko, then I heard all the noisy birds. There's so much, because of so many bushes we have around, so we can hear birds and stuff. So it gave me kind of calmness. Like, I loved the serenity, the quietness, the birds in the morning waking you up, the kokoronko, that kind of thing. So I loved it. I was like, okay, this is good. At least it's going to give me time to think, to build. When you want to do some certain things, you need it. To be honest, all you need is some quietness or serenity, and it was just perfect for me at that moment. Yeah, the truth at that time was I started real estate 2017, but not like into it. So at the time, everything scattered for me. Like, everything scattered, I needed to move on. So I was like, I have to really go back and visit the real estate. I don't know anything about it. I didn't study real estate, but I had to survive. Like I said, it was a building moment for me. So I told myself I need to go and check about the trends, the market, what is going on in real estate, because if you don't know, you cannot, you can't sell what you don't know. So I remember then I started enrolling myself in some seminars, going to youth. Like, I would literally be on the YouTube 247 listening to some real estate gurus and all those stuff, learning one or two. And some of the things I learned at that moment is the development that's coming toward this axis. Honestly, when I was coming here, I didn't really know much about what is going to happen here. I heard a little bit of it, so I now have to put myself into doing more research, going seminar. The things that they were promised then, was one of them, Dangote refineries, deep sea, the China whole pyramid or something like that, the coastal road. There's so many of them then that we were promised that was going to bring a lot of development toward this place. Honestly, I wanted to be part of what is going to happen here. Like, I love the fact that I'm starting from the beginning, and this is a new development. I want to be part of whatsoever that is going to happen toward this place. I jumped into it. I started preaching about it. I started evangelizing about Lagos State, as if I may be their wife. their first wife or something. So I was preaching, I was telling people, I was honest. The truth is, I was very honest. What I did not know, I will not say. What I know, I will say the way it is. I was telling people. It took me like almost 8 months, so nobody listened to me. At the time, I was started dancing, and I was dancing just in anyhow I'm going to get attention of people to know that this place is a new emerging development, that new things are coming here. Some of the people called me, some investors called me. Chema, what are you even saying? I said, this is it. Honestly, I saw the blueprint, and to be honest, I saw that blueprint from one of the, I was not supposed to show anybody. It's just a glance. I didn't even know. I was not holding the blueprint. I just looked into it, and wow, they were showing me this place is supposed to be for Dangote refineries. This place is supposed to be Kusa Road. There's also this road, regional road somewhere there at there's so many things. So me, I started, by the help of Holy Spirit and me, putting myself out there. Some investors started calling me all over the world, and some people were still doubting. The people that called me at that time toward this place, the land here then was 8 million, 5 million, 9 million. I think maximum was 10 million then. We were buying. And some of them did not listen to me. I remember this particular guy. I can't call his name. He'll be watching this video. I hope he will, because he kept on doubting. Was doubting to the extent that the property that I was trying to show him then was 5 million. Now that property, he cannot see for 80 million. Cannot see for 80 million. Honestly, the truth also is, the guy contacted me recently. I was asking me, I said, oh God, since 8 years, you're supposed to be one of those that by now be enjoying the ROI of what, He was even went to buy in Ikorodu, and now they are even in the court case. Anyway, what am I trying to say? Always be part of something new. I'm telling you, there is beauty in new beginning. There's beauty in newness. When you see something new, there's beauty in it. If you have faith, if you do your research well, that's why I always advise investors to do thorough research. Like have the information, the knowledge you need concerning the investment. Make sure you have it, and go ahead and just not hesitate. Be part of something new, because you don't know. Can imagine some of my clients that bought Morganite was 9.5 million at that time. Now Morganite is they're selling Morganite for, the last time I checked, that was last year, was 80 something million. I'm telling you, you can go and do your research. You can go and do your research. So if I can imagine that my clients were like, Chamaka, what are you saying? From 9 million to 80 something million within the space of 7 years, guys, 7.5 years, it's huge. It's huge. So if you have not yet keyed into this new development, I know that the properties that have actually gone high, 50 million, 60 million, that's what they are selling now. Some, but those ones are the peak of it, maybe 80 million. I still have some property that you can see for 50 million here, 40 something million. Please, if you say, then 8 years I didn't key into it, I was not part of it, now it's 50 million. Let me tell you, in the next 5 years, in another 5 years, those 50 million you're seeing, 60 million, you will not get it for 200. All right, let me not overprice it, maybe 150. But it's truth, because last year when one of my clients bought a house toward July last year, she's also can confirm this. She bought a house toward there at Eleko for, I think, 78 million. Because of other thing, I think everything was 85, all inclusive. Today, I was with another client 2-3 days ago to the same property, and they're selling the same house now for 102. Even the second client will hear this thing too. I'm being honest. From 85 million all inclusive to 102 within 6 months. That was July last year. It's almost 7 months. So if you have money and you want to not waste the money because of the way our economy is going, you don't need to put your money in the bank. Neither do you need to do anyhow investment. Please give me a call. I will take you to the property that will multiply that money. Within 5 years, you'll be seeing like 5 times of that money. This is a promise. And because remember I said I've studied the market and I know the blueprint, I understand what's going on. Okay, so all you need to do is just trust me, do your research. Just have a little faith in me. Of course, have a little faith in me. Okay, I've been doing this thing for 8 years. Then do your research, bring your lawyer, Once we see that, okay, this is good, please do not leave that your money anywhere. You can be dropping it small. Do you know, one of my clients that wanted to buy a house was like, I don't have the money, or I don't have all the bulk money. I said, you can get a loan. I don't know, you should think, oh, because we have option of payment plan like 6 months, 12 months. Get a loan, be paying it, then probably, you know, the way you guys do loan, especially some of our clients that are outside Nigeria, some of them, they do mortgage, they get loan. Either way, just be part of investments toward this Lagos scheme 2. They are calling this way scheme 2, all the way from Shongotedo to Eleko, and from Eleko to Ebe. Probably that one is Lagos scheme 3, but all of them are the same. Let me give you this analogy, it's very, very important. People always say, this place is far. Then I ask them, what do you mean by far? Far from where? Distance is relative. Do you understand? You can't say, I want to know far from where, because the truth is, the people that are closer to development, which is people toward this place, we actually, the people that are closer is the people that are there, that they are the ones that are far. Like, I don't know if I make sense. Being closer to development makes you closer, not farther. It's people that are far away, you know, people that don't know that refinery is somewhere here, people that have not seen the coastal road, people that have not seen seaports. You guys are far away from there. Maybe probably we are the closer. Like, think about it. It's not, you are the one that is far away. You should come closer, okay? So please, on a more serious note, please don't let your money just, you know, and you mustn't have money, all the total money, you know. You can just be dropping money every month. At the end of 1 year, you have something for yourself. So please, it's very important that you be part of this development here. Another thing I want to say before I end this video is, some of you are still underrating agro real estate. So many investors are saying, what farmland? I can't farm. I don't have a farm. I said, none. Everything has changed. You don't even have to farm anymore. You buy the acre, farmers farm for you. You just sit down in your house and be making money. It's more like you buying a house and you rent it out. That's where you see, innovation comes every day. Something new comes on, you know, business innovation and stuff. So be part of it. If you think you don't have much, like 50 million, 100 million to do residential real estate or commercial real estate, please venture into agro real estate. Agriculture is the liquid gold. Things are coming from the ground. People are mining. Ground is money. Don't underrate agro real estate. A lot is coming there. So please be part of something. Don't just sit down and be looking at us. So in the next 5 years, if you call me, I will tell you, go and watch the video I did 5 years ago. So please, I'll be waiting for your call. Call me, you come for inspection. But if you are not in Nigeria, you want virtual inspection, I will also do that for you. But at the end of the day, I know you like it and you enjoy it. You'll be glad that you invest into real estate. So nothing spoiled. I know a lot has happened for the quite few years, 2-3 years, in the government demolishing houses, and I can tell you, if you go to all those properties, you will see some errors. Like, you see that something wasn't adding up, you know. How can you just buy a house that is beside canal and other things? I'm not saying, like, this is just me not saying that people that did that, they were, why didn't you check? No, please, that's not it. What I'm saying is, things happen. But I pray that God console everybody that has in one way, you know, lost their property. I sympathize with you guys. Well, let's do something better this time around. Let's take our lawyer to the property search, make sure that there is a building approval, make sure that the lands are not, you know, it doesn't have any encumbrance on it. Do the thorough search that you can lay your hand upon, so that you cannot be able to have anything to regret upon. So thank you so much for watching. God bless you. For all your real estate investment, be agro real estate, residential real estate, or commercial real estate, please give me a call. We're going to do the search together. Your lawyer will do the search. I don't even put out any property that is not good out there, because I want peace too. I want peace of mind, honestly. So please, thank you so much. I'll be waiting for your call. Bye bye.